We're live.
Okay,
So
perfect.
reverse lunge, and then so we know this one, tight abs, lock it in, right? Watch out for that knee. A progression is you can arms overhead, right? That can either be like just hands or like hand weights. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Then I'll go for another. Progression. I'm gonna limit it to two, but like it can also be the eccentric where it's right, time under tension. Another one, right, you're here. Right, obviously you're gonna have the appropriate weight, you know, like a dumbbell.
So shoulder press with
Yeah,
weight.
shoulder press, yeah.
One arm.
Yeah, one arm. And then hamstring, regression.
Could their back leg be straight? I don't know if that's necessarily easier, but.
It can be limited range of motion too.
Okay.
It can be also like, you know, a lot of times people just can't get there. So maybe put in the hand here, right, whether it's here, right? Sometimes this is just too much, so hand on the wall, kind of play with it, right? I pull myself up just a little as I do this, right? Boom. So that we call it the arm kickstand on the wall. So that'd be a regression. And then you could possibly play with what you said, not going all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
What did you say?
Keep that back leg a little straighter.
Okay, straighter, right? Just like that.
Is it easier?
Yeah.
Okay.
What if we had a cheaper format of the TRX that was like bolted in over there where you could do TRX assist with that?
It works out in theory. The only thing is like getting it hooked up.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is this? Can't tell if that's. I think that's concrete.
That's not.
No.
No.
You would know. So I think yes. Once we can get that set up.
Yeah.
And I think when I come back, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some turf in here.
Oh, that would be really
So
nice.
either here or like over there. And go ahead.
That would be ideal over here because these mats aren't serving any purpose for us.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
They're just taking up space.
I think so. Getting the turf there and using the black mats as another like weightlifting platform. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
We could also get like some, like just larger squares of turf that are like just, we can throw them down.
Yeah.
We could like throw down a piece of turf in front of the
Yeah.
TRX that are already up there.
Yeah.
Like, okay, do the V slides over here, do this reverse lunge here. And it's like,
No, I
they're
agree.
just on the turf. That way you don't have to put anything over here.
Yeah, I agree. So I think that's when I get back, we'll switch
Yeah,
that
yeah.
up too. So can you read the next one, please?
Hamstring curl.
Hamstring curl. So hip side, right? Then you're gonna go in and out. The key here is like butt has to stay up. You're gonna get this a lot. They're gonna go out, wah, wah, and come back in. Right? So we gotta watch out for that. A way to progress is boom, super slow on your way out, and then back in. Another way to progress this is basically a single leg, right? The key is that butt's gotta stay super high, right? If anyone has like back issues, this is gonna be an issue, right? So
Yeah.
single leg is a different one. The way to regress this is you break it up in syllables, right? So it's hip side, go out, drop it, and then bring it back in. So they're working on this ability to go out and keep the butt up, right? Because they'll get that, and sometimes they can't maintain it, so they drop. So just like super slow on your way out, drop it, do it again.
Okay.
That's another regression.
Can I go over issues I've had with that
Yeah.
one? Just so you guys know, like
Yeah.
what I tell people now. If they're doing double, you can try both feet on the ground single also. So like one foot is stabilizing.
You wanna do it? Yeah.
So you're here. One foot is stabilizing, this one's here.
Yeah.
You just
Oh,
tell them
yeah.
to press as hard as they can.
I like
And then
that.
the issue with double, sometimes they go out too far, and I did it to myself, this is why. I went out too far and I tweaked my back. So
Yeah.
Oh,
I started
yeah.
nice and high,
Yeah.
but like I couldn't bring it back in and I still tried and I like,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So tell them to slowly stop, you know, ease their way into moving out because that's a possibility.
like limit range of motion.
Yeah, at the
To a
start, they'll
certain
start to get
yeah.
comfortable and be able to play with it, but those are issues that I've had with it, but those have helped me, so.
Nice. So I really like that. I
Yeah.
really like that. So regression would be, we could do the one where you go out, drop it, bring it back in, and you might have to play with all three of these, right? Then you could do the one with Maggie showed where it's like one's pressing through. So I would just call that like one hip up, one leg move, right? And then the other thing is just like limiting the range of motion. It might be the third option.
Where we call it kind of like a pulse, where you're just going here, and you want to clear.
Like, is their back or their hip, are they good? Can they go 25% up?
Right.
Cool, let's do 50 and kind of play with it. So you got like 3 to 4 regressive options.
Cool.
One might work with one person, one might work with another person. Because again, anyone with back issues, this is advanced for them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Next one is kneeling hip adduction.
Yeah, this one, like, these are the ones, like, I'll think in my mind, and then I'll experiment with them, like, it was way better in my mind. So, we can... And I think the superior one is gonna be just standing, but I was like, alright, can we do slide out, and then slide back in? On the way out, it's all good, and it feels good, but on the way back in, you kind of lose it a little, so...
Can you try turning the slides horizontal?
Yeah, I tried that too, but I'll try it again. So, right there. Might be better though. Yeah, that's actually way better. Yeah, so let's put on the notes there. Keep it horizontal.
Okay.
Keep it horizontal, right?
I have round slides at home. They're just circles.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get some that are just circles.
Yeah,
They're-
yeah.
They're not gonna like twist and turn around on you a little bit.
Yeah, so I like that. Progression could be the standing edition, right? So we have a table there, but this one, you gotta be careful, like, go out and then, right? Again, this one's an advanced one. I don't like it too much, and just be careful with this one, you know? Regression, just limit range of motion, maybe even hold one and then move one, right? Go that, hold that, go out with this. That's kind of doable, right?
One at a time.
Yeah, one at a
And
time.
then to make that harder, you can go slow.
Yeah, you can go slow. You could probably put a band above your knees,
Oh yeah.
right? So a band,
Band would
above
be
your
good.
knees.
Okay.
Yeah. So nice. And then next up,
Side lunge.
side lunge. Alright, so, alright, sitting back, pulling through. I think another progression is, right, you can do hand weights, you can do anything. Another one, again, appropriate weight, is, actually, I don't like that. Alright. It's a little bit harder.
That yeah.
I don't know if I like it in practice, but I think this one's good though.
What about just goblet hold?
You do a goblet hold, yeah. Goblet hold, I would say like the first progression is always just like a goblet hold or
Okay.
weights. Like I did this one with Louise and she was like, oh my God. Cause you'll see here, this is hard in a progression, but it's hard in a different way, right? And then this is hard in a different way because it's like,
Controlling your body.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
controlling your body, you got a full range of motion. So I would go arms overhead, you can add weights, a regression,
Range of motion.
range of motion, limit range of motion, and really work on this like ass out, right? Like load up your butt
Yeah.
and come up.
Yeah.
Because some people just go here, it's really like butt, back, load it up. And then the other regression can be simply go linear, or
Okay.
just back to this.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Forward lunge. I haven't done a forward lunge with these.
No, I haven't done it in a while actually, so see how this works. Boom.
Get like hamstring action.
Yeah, and then the hip flexor. Right, so again, you want to clear the reverse before you do the forward. But lots of control here, okay?
Mhm.
Sweet. Progression, obviously it's like weights. You can also still do the arms overhead, right? I don't think that needs to be progress that much. Yeah, I just don't. Regression could be reverse lunge. I think that's the regression on that. Split squat could be reverse lunge without the valve slides too as well.
Double lunge.
So, combining both, so forward,
Ooh.
Darlene, love
I
it.
was gonna say, yeah.
right,
Jody.
and then
The
They
triple
both
jerk is for
would.
balance.
Yeah.
yeah. So really, that grip is so important. Boom.
I want to try that.
The one issue you're gonna have is you're gonna go here, and then this pulling back might be an issue with people, strength-wise. And then this mid-level is gonna be an issue. Some people might literally do this. Like that. So if they do that, it's too much. So
Watching the low
again,
back.
double is forward, and then reverse. Same thing like this, all that. Hands overhead would progress it. And then hand weights, all that good stuff. Again, this in itself, you're gonna get enough progressions out of it. Regression, just one of those, either forward or backward lunge.
Reverse lunge with overhead reach.
Shoot, that's,
That's what you did.
yeah, just what I did, yeah.
Core knee tucks.
Core knee tucks. Here, right, and then.
So
Right?
this is like the regression of floor pikes.
It's a different one.
It's a different
It's
one.
a different one.
Okay.
The progression would be this, I believe. Here. Yeah, I feel that a lot. So that's a progression basically on your knees, okay?
The issue with that one that I had with people is that they kind of like they're here.
Want to show? Yeah.
They bring their knees way too far up. So they're here and they come here.
Yeah.
Try
Be-
to like
they
I
go
always tell
beyond
them-
the, they
Huh?
go past their arms.
Yeah, I tell them keep their knees underneath their hips. That's when you'll feel it in your core most. And then the progression I've been doing with people is adding a push-up.
Oof.
Yeah.
So I'll tell, you know, like Tina does like 6 of them,
Cool, cool.
6 to 8. Jeff does like 10.
Yeah.
Play with it. If they could do a push-up.
Yeah, so I definitely put in there like limit range of motion, right? So it's here. Yeah, I see what you mean, because if you go here, you kind of lose it a little, yeah.
Like an energy leak kind of.
Yeah, exactly. So that constant tension, right? So I love those. Regression. Maybe just limit range of motion. It might be holding this position. Maybe
What about
it's,
alternating? Yeah.
yeah, one at a time, where it's
Oh, yeah.
right, one at a time. That might even be like kind of a lateralization where it could be harder or easier.
Yeah.
So.
And with that, sometimes the foot that's not working, people can't control having 2 slides on their feet.
Yeah,
So just tell them, use one, you know, stabilize yourself with the one foot that's not moving and then go in and out. I've done that with people with the core circles.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
have both of them on their feet because they're like sliding everywhere.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that helps.
The stabilizer.
Does that make sense? And then core pikes.
Core pikes. So, right, lock it in. Big progression I've been doing with people is these isometric holds where you're just pushing away from the floor, right? So it's here, and then, like, that's probably one of my favorite core exercises. If they're doing it right, they're gonna be shaking right off the bat. So this isometric hold, pushing away from the floor. Like, I'm not faking that. Like, that's lighting me up.
It looks so intense. That's like your low ab too, huh?
Everything, like, it's super intense. And again, the more you push into the ground, the more you're gonna get here. Another way to progress that is basically like super slow on your way down, right? And you're not gonna feel it right away, but it's gonna get more time under tension, you know? The other thing to do is like, another progression is these pulses. So it's like here, hips high, push into it, and
Oh yeah.
so these pulses, like, that lights me up. Like, that should be super hard. So I think the best progression is these little pulses at the top where you're just going back like that little 10, 15%. Does that make sense? Cool.
And regression.
Regression. I think it would just be like limited range of motion. Maybe they can't support as much weight as, and then they can go here,
Okay.
right? So hand on box, limit range of motion.
Cool. And then core slide out straight into the side.
Let me guess. What?
11:30.
So, straight up, right? So again, the progression here, I mean, it's pretty much like pushing into the floor. That's what they should do it. What's another, let me see.
Here, you can hold this for a second, right? Shake it.
So that's insane progression. So these little pulses like this. So go out. So I would call these like ladder pulses.
I have a question with that.
Yeah.
So is it kind of like the ball rollout where people lead with their hips? Because I notice sometimes people will lead with their hips, but then some people are already like in that modified push-up position, like Darlene does it, and then her arms just go out. But then there's Monica where she starts here, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I think both are right as long as like this stays connected. But I actually prefer, at least for me, is this, right? Locking it in. So it's just locked the whole time, right?
Okay.
Because you go back here, the possibility, like, you're losing it,
Yeah.
right? So I think holding this the whole time, you're basically holding that plank,
Okay, so your arms are leading.
yeah, versus this.
I see.
There's more opportunity to lose that connection,
Okay.
right? So I put the ladder pulse as the progression. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like, again, it's like this. It's here. Like, that might be my new favorite. Yeah. And then regression is just like limiting range of motion, right? Here, just getting used to like this limited range of motion. And that's the side ones too as well?
Yeah, for the regression, sorry, I keep stopping.
Yeah, you go.
I've been telling people to do single arm, but do you find that as a whole other exercise?
It's a whole, I think it's a whole
I think
other
it's
exercise.
just as hard.
Yeah, no, yeah, and right, so this one, and we'll go over that. I think it's on the list, but I think it's just as hard, and it's hard in a different way,
Okay.
right? So I really do like that. So
Okay.
you can put regression also like one hand on the floor,
Okay.
and then is it where are we at?
Sideways.
Okay, so sideways. Again, you're leading with that, with the hands, right? So I'm going sideways.
Okay.
And then same progression, it's like that ladder pulsing. So it's here, then it's Jesus Christ. So like you're getting lats, you're getting all
Nice.
this stuff right here.
Cool.
Okay. What's another progression? Regression, just range of motion too as well. Remind me, I don't know if it's on here, but like we've done these where it's like this and side. So let's go over that now. So it's like push up, slide out. So different exercise with right here, but you really get it when you go out, okay? And you can,
Wax
Like-
floor.
what's that?
Wax floor.
Yeah, like this lights me up. So let's add that as a push-up, core reach out, both straight, both side, and circles. Like actually try this. Somebody try that. Right? You'll feel like push-up hold and hit those circles and see how it feels.
You really have to push into the ground. Huh?
Yeah.
It feels.
Wax floor.
Yeah, it's all about the
That's really
tension into the floor.
This way's harder.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, so the tension in the floor is key here, right? You can't just sit in the car, you have to like rev the engine. Cool, what's next?
Scissors.
Scissors?
Is there a regression for the side outs or not really? Just straight?
I
Just
think,
straight.
yeah, straight and limit range of motion. Straight, limit, and then limit range of motion. And then let me see further. No, I
So
mean,
even having like Louise used to have, she can do it now, but before, I think it's a whole other thing, but you let me know. Bending that, so they're getting a little tricep
yeah.
as well as being able to.
No, I like it. Yeah, so we could put one hand hold, one hand slide, and you're gonna get the tricep. I actually really like that. So you're getting, it's like a combination of like a rollout and a one arm tricep push up, right?
Yeah.
Because you are getting that tricep there. I actually really like that. So let's put that in. Then what do we got next?
Scissors.
Like key here is pushing your toes into the ground, otherwise nothing happens, right? Our progression here is put a band above our knees, right? Shh. Another progression, you do these iso holds, right? Iso holds. Another progression is you do these pulses, like this lights it up, right? So pulses in this area. So those are two progressions.
Okay. And regression single leg?
Single leg on
Or
it?
regression single
Yeah, I like that. I've seen you do that. So regression, single leg. And then you can also do hands on the box if this is just too much. The other safety issue is anyone has wrist issues, put a blue mount there.
Okay.
Cool.
There's another one, not just the single leg, but like, have you had me do them before, like single leg, but you're doing like a circle with the
I
leg?
think it's a different exercise, right?
Which
Is
one?
it-
Can you demonstrate that one?
So, I forget whether or not I was on.
Okay, you're in push-up position. Perfect. And your knee goes in as far out as you can. You feel that one in your core a lot. You just have to really shoulder back and push your hands into the ground.
Yeah. So let's make sure we put this on the list too.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
I just called it like core circles.
Yeah.
Core
Core leg circles.
leg circles, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good one too. But that's the one where people sometimes holding on to the outside, stabilizing it, they need to take that off their other foot. Core hand slide outs, push up position.
Okay, those are actually what we just went over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's just, those.
Oh,
Perfect.
side, okay.
That's good. I wasn't sure it was on the list.
Do you want me to do, wait, is it the one on the back of this?
I think it's this one right here. Core hand slide outs, push up position.
Oh yeah, but when we turn the page, do you want us to do this?
Yeah,
side or
yeah,
this
yeah,
side?
yeah. And then what do we, core hand slide out? I think that's the same shit. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
turn the page.
Core body saw?
Yeah, core body saw. Here. Grab at the end. Sliding in and out, so tight abs, lock it in. Really wanting that shoulder pack so your lats are there to protect and drive, okay? What would be a progression here? Maybe, let me see.
Just move on.
Go out further.
Yeah, that too, but I think there's more danger involved in there.
Mm.
So, let me see. That doesn't work out. What are you saying?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I just said slower.
Yeah,
Like a
slower.
3 count in and out.
Yeah, that too, and I think the pulses, so lock it in.
Oh, yeah.
So the pulses, I think, is something to work with. Let me
It's another.
You put, it says buzz, it says buzz.
Oh,
So the single
so
leg.
you're
Oh my god.
staggered /
Yeah.
single leg?
Yeah, that, so the single leg.
Okay.
So, everybody try that.
Yeah.
Everybody try that. Because again, anyone with back issues, that's gonna be an issue, but for people that can handle it,
Can I also show you guys the
Yeah, of
issue
course.
I've had with this?
yeah,
Just so you guys know. So I tell them to have their hands a little further out than a regular plank, like
Uh-huh.
elbows right underneath their shoulders, because they go here, they dive forward.
mm,
Yeah.
And that happens. So come out a little more. So they're not going as far back, but they're working their lats to like
Right,
bring
right.
themselves forward. I'll try this one.
I like that.
This is a whole different game, Chris.
Yeah, yeah,
Woo! Alright, I better hit that one first.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
hard.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
you feel in your quads too, or am I
you feel,
that weak?
no, you feel like,
Okay.
no, you should feel like, because your hip flexors and the quads are like on.
Yes.
Because that's, to stay up, those have to turn on, right?
Yeah.
So that's super hard. That won't be for everybody, but like,
Yeah.
Let's see if there's something else to get in here.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that getting like a stretch in your right leg also?
Yeah, it's a stretch, but it's also hitting me in a different area. So here.
And again, that's not for the faint of heart.
What about outspread back in?
You want to try it?
Live on camera?
Yeah, yeah, of course. That's the best way to do it.
So, see the elbows? Bring, yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, what if you pike on the way in? Try to pike.
yeah. There's so many like combinations here. Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
yeah. So write those combinations. And again, this is where.
It's like pike scissor, but on elbows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the fun part, but it's also the part where like you can go deep into a rabbit hole, right? And that's not a bad thing, because like I think that's a good thing to go down rabbit holes sometimes, because it's like that creativity that's going on. So you did here,
Yep, and then, but then add pike.
yeah. I'll add that in a second. Then here, then right.
Kind of like that combo as far. I mean, that's a progression for pikes.
Yeah. And then so it go out here, and then you did this or knees up.
No, just flat, no knees.
Okay.
But I mean, knees could be like try it with knees.
And that's.
Yeah. So that's gonna be another one. So like legs out, knees forward. You're not gonna be able to do that, man. Let me go over regressions. Limit range of motion, you know, kind of what Maggie said, make sure they're here so they get that lat involvement going.
Is a regression bringing the knees in?
What do you mean by that?
Like when you're down and just doing the saw, is a
Have your knees
regression pulling your knees in at the top
Show
of
me.
it?
Yeah, I kind of know what you mean, but.
So this versus
Does it bother your back?
no.
That-
I feel like it's a regression because at this point you get a little rest on your back.
Possible. I
You're
think
reducing some of the tension that you're putting on your back.
it's a gray, it depends area.
Yeah.
So it depends on several factors. I think how much tension are you pushing into the floor?
Right.
Because if you're pushing like max tension into the floor, you shouldn't be able to do that many of those.
Right.
Right? It should be like. So when I was pushing to, I was like, I got
Okay.
10 in me.
Yeah.
If I'm doing max tension. So I think it depends. It can give them that rest too, but I would say it's one of those, you gotta use informed intuition depending on their back and stuff like that. Alright, let's try to get these done. What are we doing on time? We're like,
The timer went off about a minute
It's
ago.
11:43.
how about you guys I know you gotta be out of here by 12.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, sweet. I'll get through, where are we at next?
Alligator. Well, wait. What's the regression then for the body saw?
Limited range of motion.
Oh, okay.
And then did we discuss something else?
Progression, slow and pulse.
Yes, slow and pulse progression, and then another,
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
the feet.
Yeah, and then regression is just like go out a little and then progressively earn it. Does that make sense? So progressively earn it.
Okay.
Alright?
And then alligator hand crawls.
Alright.
That seems fun.
Tight abs, lock it in, lats. You go horizontal. Tight abs. Is this work? Yes. Yeah, alright. Here.
Oh.
Right? The challenge is, it's slipping off a little, but it worked yesterday. I'm a little sweaty, but
That's like some boot camp army
Add that in.
crawling under barbed wire shit.
I
It's
like it.
intense. It's intense.
Yeah.
So that'll smoke you just.
Yep.
And then progression. You don't need a freaking progression on that.
I've also had people do those on your feet, push-up position.
Yeah, I
crawl.
saw that with the hand. I really like those too.
Okay, but could be hard on the wrist, of course.
It could be hard on the wrist, so this
Mhm.
might be another, and it lights up your lats, it lights up your
More
stomach
muscles,
big time.
I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Sweet. And then regression. This little range
On
of
pad.
motion.
Okay.
That doesn't look so practical, so we'll kind of play with it. Next up.
Plank knee tucks. We already did those.
Yeah, we already did those.
Super crunch.
So it's here. Ideally, you can go butt off the floor like here. Then it's
Ooh.
yeah, like I would try this. Try it.
Try it with the perfect push-ups for like wrist issues.
Let me see. It might. Let me see if it twists.
Okay. Oh,
The
it might.
twisting is a little.
You can't lock
concerning,
those.
yeah.
Okay.
Wrist issues. You want to try it? We can
Yeah.
probably use that.
I'll do your wrist issues first.
Okay.
Do you guys want to try it?
Yeah.
Try.
So maybe here.
Oh. So
Yeah.
are you for the fists? Those stress me out. I
They
get
could
nervous.
be like
Okay.
some people it's better, some people it makes it worse. I think
Okay.
it is personal preference. So like
Okay.
right. So here, pretty intense. So I would try both.
As a person with wrist issues,
My hands
I'm
are
gonna
like
try
a yoga
it.
table versus
Like a yoga table.
can you go flat?
Yeah. Toes out,
Okay.
and then go out, and then almost like a reverse. Yeah, and squeeze. There you go.
Let's push your heels in.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Low abs. I like that.
So lots of low ab stuff there. And again, remember the concept of like the more you push into the ground, the more you feel. Cool,
I
cool.
like that.
I think we're good off progressions on that. That's just like regression is
I like this one.
yeah, that one's too. So we put that as a progression or like as a lateralization. And then if you want to give it a shot, yeah. And then regression is like limit range of motion too as well. Progressions also you can pause and hold at the top. You can pulse, legs straight, then knee up, reverse, tight abs, push into the ground, push into the ground with those heels. Good, good.
Yeah, I guess I don't like this.
Yeah, and it you
Yeah,
try
I
it.
like
Yeah,
it.
there's a preference. Push into the ground. Yeah, and you can pulse as progressions too as well. Yeah, kind of play around with it. So lots of stuff here.
I like it.
Cool, cool. Let's try to get through these rapid fires. We're on band duty now.
Wait, what's the army crawl?
That's the one where you're on the knees and you're like this.
Alligator?
What's the alligator?
Is it the
Oh,
same?
shit. Oh, alligator is what you've been doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So this is
Okay,
the
alligator is
sorry.
different.
Oh, watch
So-
your head.
Good. Thank you. Right?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That one's fun for the first
Yeah.
like 3 minutes.
Yeah. Agreed. Sweet. So let's go on bands.
High
Yeah.
pull?
Yeah. Matt, can you get the camera, please? So let's set up like a few bands. And you can bring the box. We're gonna be over here.
Oh, you want
Yeah.
over here?
Yeah. And if you can do like the yeah. Please, thank you.
really
here?
noticed the difference in the new. She's like, you're making me do 20 with the new band?
Yeah.
Right.
Can you see everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
See you. I see. It's one side or the other.
Okay. Oh, one side. I got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
I'll be on this side.
it?
Well, flipping it makes people like the story is gonna come
Oh,
across
I
sideways.
see.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Makes
it's-
sense.
People tuning in?
Can you read it out for
People
me?
are tuning in. Jaden tuned in.
Hi, cool.
Hi,
I
Paul.
waved at everybody who tuned in.
So like, and what's cool is I'm gonna save this and like we'll all have resources for this, right? So high pull, it's here, right? Okay, this setup, but also what I like is this setup too, here, right? This setup to be here. You can also put it on our feet too, which actually it's gonna be stuff like this,
I like
right?
those.
But I prefer this.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. A progression is you hold at the end, right? Nice. And then another progression, you bring it in. Go ahead. You bring it in and you pulse like to my hand and then back and forth. See that pulse?
Oh, yeah,
Right?
that's
So
good.
that's a really good posture to like really get people going. Okay. Regression would just be like limit range of motion, horizontal pull with your palms up, things of that nature. Who's gonna read it out? Someone?
Got it. Single arm shoulder press.
Single arm shoulder press. So it's here, it's in the carabiner. I'm locked in, and
Wow.
right, it's here. And there's several grips here, like it's this grip,
Yeah.
and then it's this grip. You're gonna feel different things.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and it's different postures. Look, like we are limited by our imagination and creativity. It's staggered stance. It's single leg stance. There's so many. We all writing this stuff down at least?
Yep.
Yeah, got it. Perfect. Regression is just, the regression is like double, more resistance. Here, less resistance. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Almost also limit range of motion, right? What's our progression? We said this. Different stances are progression, and again, the same thing going on here. We can do the pulses here. We can do isometric holds. Everybody hold that shit for 10 seconds, then we go 10, right? Locking in, and then we go. We can do mid-range motion pulses.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much shit here.
Or just slow on the way down, like.
Yeah, slow on your way down, yeah.
Same as like laying down doing the dead bug stuff, is the way you hold it the same for that as well? Like, you know, the core exercise where you're dead bug and you're pulling over?
Yeah, both, so like the grip determines on what you
The
get.
tension,
Right?
okay.
So like, cause like here, you're gonna get one tension spot, but if you go here,
Two.
you get two tension
Small,
spots.
Okay, perfect.
Does that make sense?
And this is high elbow pull, but we already, that's what another, just, is a typo? For the third one, it says high.
Oh yeah,
high
I
elbow.
think, no, it's different, yeah.
Oh, it is different? Okay,
Yeah.
high elbow pull.
Yeah, and the other grip to play with too is, I've been playing around with this grip where I wrap it around. And like for pulls and stuff like that, like this, it feels a little bit more secure. So I'll touch it on that in a second. High elbow pull is more like, so the first one, high pull. So here's the difference, I think. High pull is your way up here. And then the high elbow pull, similar, but it's more of a horizontal,
I see.
right? So high elbow pull is here. High pull is elbows towards the ceiling a little bit more.
So high pull's more your shoulders, high pull's more
Yeah.
shoulders, this is more like your back.
Yes, yeah.
How do you feel about getting some more of these with carabiners to be able to do some other
Yeah, I think that'd be fine. Yeah.
band work this way?
Yeah.
Just to extend our, like, more exercise. More
No, dude, I
things
agree.
like
Yeah,
that.
because those handles are really good, but we don't have that many of them. So let's look into
Okay,
that.
I'll check it out on.
Yeah, and then the left-right hose pull. This is like a thicker band, so you're gonna grab this, and it's gonna be like actually staggered stance, and I'm. Right?
I like that.
Yeah, and then there's different stances. Right? And so remember, stances are progression, isometric hold. Hold it, everybody hold. We go in 5 seconds. Go, 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 go. And again, pulses. I'm here, and I'm. and pulsing,
Mhm.
okay?
Okay, front raise.
Front raise. I like these different. Feel free to play around with like the different heights because it's gonna feel different from low to high. So I'm here, and then and again, all the same stuff applies. Hold, hold, hold. Now go. Pulse. Do we pulse at the top? Do we pulse midway? Next round we pulse in the middle. You're gonna feel drastically different stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Would it be harder to go slow on the way up or down? Down, right?
I think down.
Okay.
Yeah. Because on the way, because you have to, it's pulling you back. So you're like, you're braking.
I
Yeah.
see, okay.
But I'll double check. Here. They're not far off.
Okay,
They're not far off.
okay,
They may be negligible actually.
okay. And then overhead tricep press.
Okay, this one I really like. There's different setups. So you're gonna, let me put it right here. And it's really good for, so here I step forward, arms overhead, step forward, and I'm here,
Oh, yeah.
right?
That's good.
Yeah, especially with the new bands, you're gonna rock it. Progressions, everybody hold it. You
One
can
arm
hold
hold?
it midway, right? I'm shaking,
Oh, yeah.
right? Then
Because at least when it's straight arm, you're able to lock in.
Yeah.
But this way, it's going to be a lot
like
harder.
I'm shaking, right? And then slow on your way down is another progression, okay?
These are
Yeah.
gonna be good for boot camp.
They're gonna be
Oh,
awesome
for
boot camp.
sure.
And again, if it's an issue of them like having their feet,
Fine, here, right?
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
and then what's the grip? The grip is here, look.
Like this grip is a different grip.
Yeah.
So it's,
I see.
you wanna make it harder? Everybody get down. Right?
Yeah.
So we can play with the grip. So let's make sure we put the different grips in there too.
Hammer bicep curl.
So again, different positions, but I really like this. It's, right, like this, right? So this one, you can be sideways. Everybody low it down. Right, check that out. This one's awesome.
Mhm.
Another thing is isometric holds. So let's make sure we put these isometric holds. It's like, all right, everybody hold, like it lights you up here, okay?
Yeah.
You can also have it, you know, freestanding. What does it look like? Double up on the stand.
And they create their own tension.
You create their own tension. And then again, want to make it harder? Pulse. Pulse. The other thing is you can go halfway, right? X amount. Then you go down halfway, X amount. And then you go full range of motion, right? It's gonna toast people, okay? So that's another good one. Next,
Alternating bench over row.
here, sit back, alternate, huh? So maybe it's this,
Mm-hmm.
or both. Progressions, hold one, move one,
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
right? Another one is pulses, so I'm sitting back. Right?
Yeah.
I love changing exercises without changing them.
Yeah.
It's like putting on a new outfit.
Yeah.
Okay? So those are progressions. Regression. Would be regression. Might just have to, because some people, they have issue like being in this position, right? Just really working on their posture, and maybe they just go halfway. Maybe they hook it up there. I think that's the main thing. What do you find on that?
Yeah,
What about
yeah, their posture.
like if they have back issues? Like I can see that being like a lower back problem. But if they are instead up against the wall,
I really like that. Yeah.
that way all the pressure's off the lower back, and they're just getting that arm in with this.
It's just more like shoulder,
Yeah.
right? Would you say?
Yeah, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a little bit more shoulder, but like,
Yeah,
I
that
think
is
you're
cool
still
though.
getting the pull though.
And they're not worried about the stand, especially
Yeah.
with something like boot camp.
Oh God, yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's more of a vertical, but it's
Mhm.
still, I like the idea.
The other thing possibly is,
Oh.
Yeah. Press down.
yeah,
But I like where you're headed. I like that.
Cool, okay.
What do we got next?
Rack, hold, front squat.
So it really depends on. Right, you play around with different band positions, but here, right? I think it was this. I'm trying to remember what I was doing. And then, alright, but this, it's not that much distance for me, so I gotta switch. And again, this might be one that's good on paper, not good in real life. Maybe this is better. But even that, I don't feel it too much. So that's one of those things that's like good on paper.
Okay,
Not, you can play around, it might work with people.
okay. Maybe like hold or something.
Holds, I really like. And so let's see what we can get out of it.
What if they held for 10 seconds
Yeah.
and then exploded for 10 seconds?
Yeah.
up and down?
So boom. Alright, and then maybe it's,
Oh,
so thanks for staying with that. So I would go, that would be like a squat jump.
yeah.
That lights me up.
Okay.
So
And
squat jump.
Squat to press. Or squat plus press.
So here. Alright. Yeah. Next up.
Band around knee linear split squat.
So we already know this one, this one right here.
Yep.
So I won't spend too much time on it. All the same stuff applies.
Round waist, reverse lunge.
Alright, I think you've been doing this too. It's like
That's next up, forward lunge.
forward now.
No, it's reverse and forward. So
Okay, gotcha. So it's gonna be reverse, boom, back. Right, and then also we got the reverse lunge. This one's super hard for people because you're getting pulled into it, right? So it's, then you gotta push away. And again, pulses maybe, for somebody with no knee issues, it's like, play around with that.
round waist, lateral split squat.
I like this way because it pulls you into a descent.
So you're having to work harder on the way up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta,
Cool.
right, so that one, again, work with the pulses, play around with that.
Does it work the other way?
It, not so much,
Okay.
because it's like, hey, don't go down there.
Yeah.
But it may work in a different way, yeah.
Behind hamstring, single leg reach. Oh, and then around the outside knee, single leg hip thrust, but we know what that is, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and then behind hamstring, single leg reach. Deadlift reach.
I actually really like this, but it depends on what somebody's wearing. Here. It really makes, at least, you gotta lock this in, really extend that back leg like that.
That can keep someone's hips straight too.
Yeah, yeah. Have you tried that with,
Peter.
yeah,
Yeah,
It
it helps
works.
him. Yeah, for sure. But
Perfect.
I'm interested to try this now.
yeah.
Straight arm sumo squat.
Okay, I actually really like this one. Alright, so you step over on the single one, you combine them, take the slack out. And it's here, stick out, and again, you gotta play with the position,
Yeah.
right? It's here.
Spread your hands
now,
out.
I got more to work with. So playing around with this, pulsing, right, so that's that one.
Arms to sides deadlift.
Arms to the side, kind of same setup as the row, right? I'm gonna sit my butt back, come up and pull. Sit back, come up and pull.
Is this the one that you had on Deborah's program
Prop,
today? Oh, recently?
possibly.
Okay. And then
waist lateral crossover, that's one we went over yesterday.
Yeah,
You need to pick fans?
yeah, and let's actually for now, like, just take that off,
Oh, okay.
cause that just, it's not gonna fit in with most people.
Okay.
Which one is this?
Which one is it?
Waist lateral, crossover.
So it's like a big band here, and you're basically crossing over
Oh,
like
okay.
this, yeah. But it does, it's for 1% of the population.
Waist tiny run,
Yeah.
and then waist lateral shuffles right after that.
Got it, thank you. So it's high knee run, right? Push against that.
I like that.
Yeah, and then the lateral one, and then it's gonna pull, right?
Deborah's been doing those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ways to progress this is go out, own it, then go back out. This little pulsing, right? So
yeah.
pulsing.
Don't
So
go
like-
all the way back in.
Yeah, and then keep that tension the whole time. Yeah.
And then supine single leg core hold. So you know that one too, like around the outside leg, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha. Boom. So it's here, right? Push into
Yeah.
the ground, and then progressions. Play with this.
Okay.
Okay. Another thing I'll tackle really quick. I like here is a single leg hip thrust here, doing X amount, and then holding 10 seconds. You're still working like crazy. I'm pushing my low back into the floor. I'm getting toast right here. So like do 10 up and down, 10-second rest. We're just getting started, okay? Boom. And then back down. It's not just laying there, it's driving your low back into the floor. This whole hip, my ass, everything's lit up right now, okay? Sweet.
Dead bug single arm pull over. This is the one with grip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Dead bug on
several
crack.
different grips here.
On crack and pull over.
So boom. So that's one grip. The other grip is obviously there, right? I feel it more with this grip.
Okay.
The other thing you could do is pulses, right?
Do you feel it differently when your legs are switched?
I feel it more when I do it on the same side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then half kneeling core press out and core lift.
Different grip, right? So it's here, it's here. Was that it?
Mm-hmm.
And so like the holds, shoulders back and down, playing with the grip too. You can get more slack out of it. Look, here it's good. I get more slack. Pick
Yeah.
up the slack. Toast you. Somebody's like, I don't feel this. Like, now you do. Okay.
I also tell people with shoulder issues to hold it the first way you did it, just
Yeah.
until they learn shoulder packing. 'Cause
Yeah.
they, like, don't totally get it.
Yeah.
And it's a really good thing that shoulder pack is single arm, and then keep it locked. Like this is, I love this one. Like boom.
That was the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So those three, and then we're on the back side now.
Can I ask a question about that last one?
Yeah.
Could you add any kind of core rotation to that, similar to like when you've got the rope and you do the push out?
Can you show me what you mean by that?
Maybe. Maybe not. So if you're here, can you do the?
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. The key is just making sure their back doesn't, kind of move.
Right.
But other than that, I like it.
ISO external rotation hold. Is that the one you just did?
It's similar, so again, different grips. I'm gonna hold here, and also do this one. Really good. Progression is pulses, right? And different grips, like pulses.
And wing rows.
Okay, got it. And actually, this one is external rotation shoulder. It's not the one I was referring to, right? So I really like these two for people that have not great posture. So here, and then this is the ISO hold, right?
Nancy.
Yeah. So it's like here, maybe it might be too much, but
Okay.
I like where your head's at. So this is the hold, and then progression is like that'll humble somebody
Maybe
quick.
Hamilton. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
And remember pulses, holds, things of that nature.
Bench, long band, horizontal press.
Okay. Is it bicep? Which one
It
is it?
just says bench, long band, horizontal press.
Okay. So lined up here again, play with the
Yeah.
bands. And then getting, gets that way. Getting the slack out of it. Getting those feet going into the ground. Yeah, that's a goodie.
And then obviously you'll wanna do both sides.
So the benefit to that over just doing dumbbell presses is you're engaging more of your
Core.
obliques. Okay.
Core,
And also, when you're doing dumbbells, the vector of the force is vertical, up
Yeah.
and down. This is
You're getting
horizontal.
pulled. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta anti-rotation resist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, the holds right here, like this lights me up like crazy. You could do the pulses. Like, I love this one. Like, yeah, that, we call that the humbler, right? What's next?
Monster band hip lift with clamshell.
Alright.
And then it's monster band hold with clam.
We can go over some. So, what I also like on this one is this shit, right? Shoulders back and down. And again, hold, boom, right? And you can also do bicep. Play around with all this stuff, right? But I have those two. Monster band, it's hip lift.
And then with clamshell,
Can you read it one more time?
it says monster band hip lift with clamshell. Oh, that's what you're showing me right now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you were saying, okay, I got it now.
No worries, I went back. So it's when you go up. So I have to re-earn it. It's like really hard.
And then holds, just hold.
I feel like Darlene does this.
Yeah. And then another one is there, and it's
That's the one she does.
That's what she
So
does. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Similar, just side plank with clamshell. I think
Kind
we
of.
put that on a couple of the programs, but
Yeah.
then the monster one's resetting every single time.
yeah.
Okay.
Or I just use the monster as like it's commonly referred to as monster bands. So
Oh,
we'll just put like green bands or monster bands. Yeah.
and last two, monster, oh, did you need to?
Oh yeah, so sorry. And then remember pushing into the ground, and then the progression is pause, right? The progression is pause. The progression is pulse. Like that
Those look
lights up
fun.
my bottom
Yeah.
glute as much as the top glute. Okay.
And I think the issue with that one is they put all their weight into their shoulders. Like you'll be able
Right.
to tell. So I always tell people, like Roberta, for example, she'll be here instead of here. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
transfer her weight into her knees
Oh.
and like
Yeah.
apply pressure to the floor. She'll feel it more in oblique and she'll be like
Yeah.
lifted a little bit more.
Yeah, good point. And then, like, even I'll do it if I don't realize it. They gotta coach and push away from the floor,
Mhm.
right? Push. You don't want to slouch into this. You want to literally, because when Maggie said, if you push here, like I actually feel my obliques now,
Mhm.
right? I don't feel it. I feel it. So maybe even when you coach, be like, feel the difference. Now go, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then monster pulse hups, it says HUPS plus leg open. Or was that, did you just show me the pulses?
Yeah. Let me see. It might be the same thing. I was putting this together.
It's the last
Monster pulse, hips, leg open.
Hips.
Okay,
Okay,
see,
hips.
gotcha.
I
So it's
should have
like,
put that one together.
I'm like hugs,
yeah. So it's like this.
huts.
You keep the hips open and then
Oh,
push into the floor.
so much glutes too.
Yeah.
And then
I need those.
Was that?
I need
Yeah.
those.
And then look how I pull this back. It's on open. That gets no. Keep your hips open.
Oh,
Like the ladies will love that. Yeah.
straight leg pulses.
All right. So here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
like 'em.
That's all.
I like them.
Sweet. Hells
Oh.
yeah. We can end that. Yeah.
Woohoo!
And then see if you can record it because we can save it. So I want to.